Match reaction, Manchester City 6, Manchester United 3. Webby, you've not been on a while, mate, but you certainly picked a game to come back for.
I'm speechless. It's not very time. I've not got anything for it. Not good enough, scared. You know, if we're coming in this bad form and we've been beat 3 of the last 4 games, I would have shit myself coming here. But when I seen the teams, I thought, hey, we've got a chance here. But no scared, no composure, no fighting for the ball. The tone was set in the first minute where Dallo charging like an absolute lunatic. Look at it, stay on. Yeah. You know, he done another one, he got away with it. And just poured all round. Players frightened, not looking for the ball. When we got the ball, was no composure, no finding a red shirt, no keeping it. And I said to you before, we're a million miles behind them clowns.
Yeah.
A million, and it's getting worse. They're 6-3 flat as us. They're taking their best players off, apart from Ireland. You know.
Do you think the players have just simply bottled it today, Webber?
Yeah, bottled it, and I just think some of them aren't good enough in big games. You know, you come up against big teams, and it hurts me saying City are a big team.
Yeah.
No doubt about it, champions. We've gone there, you know, I've seen that Rodri's out thinking, we've got a hell of a chance here. Not to go and win it, maybe get a point, but play well. But the tone set in the first minute, and then obviously the second goal's a killer, and the third within a couple of minutes. Game over.
You know, we've seen players in recent weeks, Webby. I come into this with all the optimism in the world that would get something out of this. Get some out of this game today. But players like Ericsson today, Scott McTominay, who's had an upturn in form in the last few weeks, just non-existent in the middle as well, Webby. There was big gaps there in the first and the second half.
Proved it, was it the third or the fourth goal where the player runs through 50 yards and he's not getting a challenge on him? No, you can't do that. And it surprised me with his team selection. I thought he would have played McTominay and Casemiro. You know, you go to the home of the champions, you go to your devilish rivals, your neighbours, and I just think we went a bit too attacking. Maybe that's a good thing with the form we've been on. But to lose those 2 goals within a couple of minutes, it's game over. And like I said again, I think 6-3 flatters us.
Looking back on the game now, you know, just as we're thinking on the spot, do you think he could have done anything tactically? You know, we've gone up top there with Marcus Rashford, Antony, and Sancho.
Play.
This is the thing.
You
Where
know, I look at that Kieran the other day, he got played in a month, and I'm sat there scratching my head thinking, these players, you know, like the kid who got the hat-trick today, where's he and all this? Who's voted for this? You know, and our manager gets manager of the month. We played 2 games. You know, it was laughable. But I look at it there and I just think, you go into a derby, you can go within a couple of points of them. Put in a bit of effort. Don't be scared. You're good players. We've not got a bad squad. I looked at the bench today.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, I know benches don't win matches, but sometimes they'll help you win a match. And I thought, great. But I see McTominay try to hit 60-yard balls when there's a man 5 yards inside. It's easy, innit? If we've got the ball, they can't score. Give the ball away too much. And, you know, I was said to you before, Kieran, you look at Ireland, what did they pay for him? 50 million?
Yeah, roughly.
We played that for the fullback who can't get in our match day squad. We played that for another 30 million for the centre-half who's been absolutely getting raped for the last 18 months. Yeah. Surely there's somebody in our club, in our scouting mission. There's other Irelands in this world. There's other Van Nistelrooy. Go out and earn your money. Go out and find them, because we get decent centre forward. Forget about it. We're not that far behind, but it proves the point. When you come up against the big teams away from home, you've got to have a game plan. You've got to have players not keep possession.
With you just saying that game plan, they didn't look like there was a game plan though today, Webby, whereas in recent weeks we've actually seen styles of play, little patterns of play, and today it was just like players all over the pitch.
I want to know, you're talking about the game plan. Who in the right mind this week in training, or when they've done it, has put Ericsson on Ireland? Who's picked that?
Yeah.
Who's picked that? Because you've got McTominay, who's a big lad. You've got Varane, who's a big lad. And you're putting Ericsson on that absolute monster. Yeah.
I've seen Luke Shaw at one of the corners as well on Haaland. And like you say there, what's been going on in training this week, surely to God, that's not been a tactic from on the training ground, surely.
Well, it looks like it is, because they'll say, right, you're going to stay with him every corner.
Yeah.
And he's just bullied him out of the way, get out of the way. And you can't ever go at Ericsson because the bloke's a freak. He's a monster.
Yeah.
He just pushed him out, just get out of the way.
Yeah. Do you think we were I suppose, like the makers in our own downfall for large parts today, even though City at times were unstoppable today going forward? Do you think a lot of it was down to our own making? We helped him,
Kieran. Not pressing, not letting him run 50 yards with the ball, making Nathan Ake look like Franco Baresi. You know what I mean? And we've seen, they're not their 2 best centre-halves.
No.
But they've come in and they was having cigars. The young kid who's come from Dortmund, 12 million. Why can't we go out and find those players? Looks like he's been there 5-6 seasons, and he's a fullback. And he's come there and he smoked cigars for 70, 80 minutes.
What do you think anything more could have been done from the touchline, though, in that game? You know, you mentioned Delo early on in the game getting booked, made a foul not long after it. You know, it looked on thin ice for most of the game. Do you think anything tactically could have been done in the game to, you know, at least get the score down to a respectable scoreline?
Maybe, but you look at it 4-0 at half-time, we've made it 4-1. They just upped the gears. They had another 5 or 6 gears, haven't they? So they upped it when they needed it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, they've took the foot off the pedal, and I'll say again, 6-3 flatters us. Yeah. You know, and it's just an embarrassing day for the club. You know, we go again next week again at Everton, who've watched this, seen our frailties, you know. But then again, I've said it, not on this channel, to friends, to other people, we need a centre forward in the likes of what they've got. When we was winning titles with Van Nistelrooy, that ugly player who's, you know, but there you go.
Out and out striker like a Ruud Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, if there's someone out there, you know, they've got him, 51 million? That's an extra million we played for that fullback we got from Palace. There you go. So the scouting thing's all wrong. They get it sorted. You know, I feel sorry for some of the players today who's not been involved in it. I thought Antony in the second half, I know he scored that goal, but he ran and he tried. But Sancho knows what the derby's like. Rashford knows what the derby's like. McTominay knows what the Manchester derby's like. They've been brought up on it.
Yeah. The midfield and the forward line, they had no composure on the ball whatsoever.
No
and it was just constant. City get the ball back, and it was just going straight back to our defence.
I'll be funny. I'll be truthful with you. It's like they've got 12, 13 players.
Yeah.
You know, they ping the ball about too easy. Now, that's done in training. They're good players, but with their manager, hopefully ours will do it in time. He gets players at the club, some we've never heard of, makes them into better players. And that's only done on the training pitch.
We can still bounce back from this result, though, can't we, Webby? As we all know as Manchester United fans, this is a process under Ten Hag. Yeah. We knew it was never going to be done overnight. This is still going to take 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 seasons to get right. But it's put it in perspective on it of how far we are actually behind Man City.
Making it worse. I've got to go and work tonight with about 8 of them.
Yeah, well,
you know, and I'll hold my hands up and I say they were the better team and they totally deserve to win, but show a bit of passion. It's a Manchester derby. Yeah. Show a bit of commitment, show a bit of effort. Just play football, play it simple. Instead of trying to look world beaters and hitting 60, 70-yard passes when these little balls. Because like I said, we have the ball, they can't score. And today some of our players didn't use that. And we know they're good players. That's the worst thing about it. And like I said, if we come into this match on a terrible run, I know we've not played for nearly a month now in the league. And players have played international duty, but you need them back. And I thought for 15 minutes, we were sluggish. We get back into the game by not even playing well, but those 2 goals just kill us. Kill us. It's good night.
Well, that's the thing as well. 6-3, it does flatter us in my eyes, Webby. I think you mentioned it earlier on. And when you do score 3 goals away from home, you expect to get at least a point out of the game, don't you? And today, we have just been blown away in large parts of the game, and that's just the way it is, I suppose. It's not a great feeling here at HQ, but let us know what you think on today's game. Get your comments in below. Smash a like on the video. Tony's doing his match reaction as well shortly, so make sure you got your notification on for that one, and we'll see you again soon, Reds. Thank you. Yeah.